Cougars offense will go to work for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense tonight.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Throws for the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's York. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Pulls and fired complete. At the 45 on his way. Oh, look out on the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cougars. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The play action fake. Got a man. It's Key. Oh, he's got some space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into the...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. You just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch. Right away, that D lineman decides to go after the QB, and he makes a big play.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Leaves it with the running back. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. That's reeled in. It's Connors. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. All wideouts, no backs. Making side adjustments here. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Got the quick pass. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Now on first down from the 43. Wants to go up top on first down. The sure hands, it's Thomas. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Let's talk for a second about Houston. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. Four-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
And the Cougars are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Finds his tight end. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to the test right there.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cougars started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him. He tackles him for no gain.
They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And this offense has got it all wrong, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now. A bunch of...
Next going for the goal line. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Gonna let it fly. What a play by this defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Red pass, it's complete. Gets away from one, finds room. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. The Cougars just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Here's the handoff. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Cougar!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Quick pass on the jet motion. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Using the quick game. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
This could be a pivotal moment in this game. In the second period, and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. I'm sure you guys saw this. One of the top running backs in the country, five-star guy, gave a verbal commitment last week. What's the expectation for him as soon as he hits campus?
I mean, you don't get 5 stars very often, and you get...
It's a running room. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
How about that job after the catch on a critical third down? He's able to make people miss. He's able to use his speed. Ball was thrown out in front of him so he could advance it, and all of a sudden, this offense set up first and goal.
Looking to the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Brought down inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 after that interception. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You know, with defense, it's this pick-or-poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Buys a little extra time. And as he throws, incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And last week was great for this young man, but man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level, just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end run.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement to change impossible. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Wegman. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll keep it on the sneak.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
Makes the catch. It's Johnson. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Connors. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Connors. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
Makes the grab. It's Johnson. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. From the gun, running back on the move. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. To throw, it's Wegman. Using his feet to buy time. Running to Green. There he goes. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Oh, he makes the catch. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He wants to change this route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Sanford. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Cougars had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down to...
Gashing the D on the right. At the 20. Touchdown, Nebraska. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
I run the ball here. Am I a little conservative? I don't want to get a safety. What? Absolutely not. I'm going to play pitch and catch, and my guy's better than yours. Outruns everybody. The length of the field, 99 yards for the big touchdown reception.
Coming out with it, it's Parks. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Houston offense once again. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, David.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
You know, it's difficult for QB sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Finds his man. It's Sanford. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Showing the arm strength to the left. He's got it on the outside. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. They just keep firing. On the run, still looking. Pulls it in. It's Broussard. Turning it on. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
The Cougars, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the red zone, looking for a man. Lets it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. For the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Houston.
You know, we just went into half, and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arizona is up big right now, and what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Tucson for some time. They're up 14 over Kentucky. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
He's got an open man. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. His This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The handoff to Johnson. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Huskers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
In the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a 3rd down.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhusker. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win in David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Keeps it on the bootleg. Unleashes one. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have bounce. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Gonna run it. It's Sanford. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
All right, they showed this in the first half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Houston has it with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Here comes the heat. caught behind the line. It's Sanford. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on 2nd down. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Houston. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Cornhuskers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Off play action. That's caught. It's Bonner. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Houston sending the offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Under fire. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Beckman. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires left. Makes the grab. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays. And
fires deep toward the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So 1st down, we'll open up the final period. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
it's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And the Huskers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He'll sneak it. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but and the big play will move the sticks.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Got a man. It's Bonner. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Husker. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Houston offense comes onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Trying the left side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run with the ball. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Quickly complete. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Finds his man, it's Johnson. There he goes. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run. Back it up with a pass. Getting the first down. A few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
And the Cougars back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Snagged in the middle. It's Broussard. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Looking for a man. It's Wegman. It's complete. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, I can't do that here, right? I got the football, I got the lead, the clock is my friend, and now I cough it up. Offense, have to understand the situation, have to understand I got to get to the ground. I can make sure I don't fight for extra yards. I make sure I don't fumble, costly fumble.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on! They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, this quarterback now is throwing for almost 450 yards. That is a lot of throws. That's a lot of success just chewing up yards left and right. Have a day, young fella.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
It's complete to the left. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Give to the running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Into the end zone. Ball, a touchdown, and now just 1 point away from the top.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the 4th. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Here comes the Houston offense once again. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time, and get in a position to win.
We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Wegman. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
And that incomplete pass caused by provide the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight. It's close, tied here in the fourth quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have.
Unloads it downfield. Pulls it in inside the 10.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
And it's good. The short field goal for the game. The points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college football nowadays, right? This is how it works. A ton of points. Defenses learn as you go, but you got to get better. You got to force some turnovers, create those negative plays. Just can't give up so many points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.